Yes, Salone people, on a kushe, on a cabo, on a good morning, good evening, good afternoon, depending upon who side they get we from tonight. Yes, the world all left now we hand, and we say safe get for make it go before. Nobody no get for can down for can help Salone, and we say safe get for make Salone go before. And then they start by saying the truth, because again, you want for recognize the issues. You identify them or you understand waiting are the issues them before you go before solve them. But if we don't know waiting are the issues them, or we they make like we don't know waiting are the issues then other country day, then the question is how we go solve them problems then they. Because like how the wait man think the Englishman say for know the problem. Now part of the solution, because clearly if you don't know the problem, how are you able to solve anything at all? So me fambulem, we don't come again with another episode of Politics and Economics, now VOS. And for the people already joined for the first time, I want to say boku thank you to now all. We now our first time this for join, on our welcome. And for the people that wait on the join, again I want to say welcome, and I want to say boku thank you for we now always you grace this platform every Thursday net and Saturdays they will get programs, and also Mr. Shilon and Mr. Mengot's them program where the social media review on the grace that platform there as well, and we have to say boku thank you. So let we start the ball rolling. But first, let me introduce myself. My name is Abdul Kagbo, particularly for the people that already joined for the first time. And I'm based in Canada, and the thing where they put food on my table for help me take care of my family, where I'm in my day-to-day profession, me an economist. And fumble them, again, we get boku things them we intend for talk about. So as a result of it, I want to let we all share this program, because the way how we position this topic is really AB. So now that make I don't want for like people after the show we do not be able for ask direct question. Yes, I can go back and read some of the comments them, but it's always nice for we able come directly into the program, participate the time where the program they live, because you can able to ask a question. Yes, where the program cannot settle with plenty comments. They're not able to read all the comments them, but we can start. I can always recognize the people that we don't join and then comment them. So I'm for say plenty thank you. So me fumble them. I know say some of you go feel a little bit exhausted in terms of waiting they go on our country, but we're not for relent, we're not for give up. So now I want for let we go back for talk about the political crisis. I call it crisis because whether or not believe it or not, not crisis. And it just happened almost say, we didn't talk about crisis, you get different levels of crisis. But Salone, no question about it, they in a political crisis. And I use the word political crisis because for the most part, not we get. We now reach to the economic crisis yet. The country triangle, clearly no question about that. But we still able for survive. Yes, it's painful, but we're still able to survive. So we know there by any economic crisis yet. But in terms of the political crisis, the politics, yes, we're in a political crisis. And I make if we not take with time for Andula, my brothers and sisters, it will be within people that go call a tipping point. And we don't want that in this country at all, because Salone don't go through a lot. We don't want for like politics because of the politicians then greed. We go back into this. And the way we'll craft the topic, we start with a question. Crisis of trust. And we know say the politics for the most part is not trust. whether you look at the appointment of the ECSL, the new ECSL boss, and then the confirmation of so the president appoint / nominate and then go through within and call constitutional requirement, say then do consultation, and we see about 12 registered political party out of, if I remember correctly, the 14 registered political parties. So meaning that overwhelmingly, the registered political parties then give a thumbs up to the president's nomination. So they can go to Parliament and Parliament approve them. But the question now is, yes, clearly people then go say this, it followed the constitutional provisions, no question about that, in terms of the legality. But the question now is, what about the legitimacy? Again, are two different words. So I know say last Saturday, Madam Matilda talked about but I just want to make clear. Say now two different things, for say legally the president get right, because he followed the constitution according to its 1991 constitution say. But what about people in concern? Because this man we elect or we that are approved so a part of the people and we be sit down for the 2023 election and then conduct them. Yes, Mohamed Kone na the overall Agbagba. But this man be tigi the inside that whole thing there. And yet, we they bring this same person, we na be, I will say, established member of that previous ECSL sort of people we Boku Salone people in the question. And even not just domestically, but internationally to the question. So you forget to recognize the people in concern and say, no, they don't want this person. And even though, yes, you take and say, okay, the political parties, in a way, they represent Salone, and Parliament also in a way represent the people, but we all know how it happened. So, Fambulem, I go kind of nyaka this story because we get 2 hours span, but I get plenty videos them, short one them where I want for let we fully understand what it mean for let we watch them videos then they. So, like you know the program lineup again. Na boku writing, but I go explain, and if we not take on time. Honorable for know exactly the areas them way I go focus in terms of for cover them. So this net, the thing that we examine, we get for look at, yes, Parliament to approve we the new ECSL boss, he named Edmond Sylvester Alpha. So that appoint but now again, as I just explained, the credibility of elections them. We remember the tripartite and all Lentin in the it surround the credibility of the election, the 2023 election. And now you bring somebody where I go say now part of the people them we no considered not credible. So we solve the problem, or we just push them down the road for see what in 2028 go come out with. So now we talk about that. Demanding independence, incredibility, and we'll go show a video because people don't talk about this video. So, but I want to follow we show that video there where this man, after they approve him for be the new ECSL boss, they dance not it because of their approval. So again, Boku people would get a different take about that. Say, but a promotion because the guy is start from the bottom, making way up to the top. So that by itself, personally, to a huge accomplishment, because 9K that. And now, as with anybody, where you, by your career, you don't reach the topmost position where you go on for retire in. It calls for celebration. But the question is, if we celebrate at it, especially with all the controversy and stuff, what did it mean? A professional, or the guy they just behave like a normal person and all that? So I go show that video in a short video, let us safe for people that we know able to see it, let us see them, and then let we talk about now the comment section or other ways them. I can call and I go show the numbers them in a moment. And then when you put all this where away, the same ECSL thing. One SLPP parliamentarian, and this parliamentarian, I want to remind you now the person this way say Parliament corrupt. And he not be parliamentarian at that time, but they say Parliament corrupt. And but be glad where we say this person, a person where yes, for elect the country. So waiting and do they use now political muscle. Then try for discipline them, and they end up for big. Then again back the position because they be intent for even strip some SLPP agbagba them at the time, including I think if I remember correctly, Lawrence Lima say the guy betray the SLPP and all that, and he betray Parliament for let a camera radio at that time na be Radio Democracy, and openly say Parliament corrupt, and in a part of the system where they claim say Parliament corrupt. So because of that, we then go after him, in party go after him strongly. So if they expect for like na social media and even less salon people come on at it and protest in favor. So you not be able to see that happen. And waiting he end up for do before he end up for big or sort of Englishman and say cave to whatever pressure. It costs the country. I swear, because I'm talking another clear way. I swear the country. It says Salone go perish. I just the within a call paraphrase are the falamakata the word, not to exactly what he say, but he swear the country and say because the country not come to a rescue, Salone go be doomed. And remember, this man team up and say they try for fight for the country, and because they not rescue him, Salone people are not come on at it, or they not in social media. Some of we say yes, it really impress we, and we give kudos at that time. But they say it not be enough. We be need for boku people and come on at it and all that. So because of that not happen. And according to them, we allow the SLPP parliamentarian them under Abbas Bundu in leadership for discipline because he talked to, according to them at the time. So this person now, I go play a video when I give out. They accuse APC now strongly for something where Boku people go say and not be in the interest of the country. The way how President Bill go about the appointment. Again, it go through the constitutional way, but the fact of the matter is, for let Salone go before in a peaceful way, then sign agreement. Say, well, then we'll make sure say then change things them, even though the constitution says so, but because of peace and for let the country go before, so then we'll keep to waiting within and called Tripartite agreement say. And within the agreement say, the agreement talk about a situation where then get written and call committee, selection committee, where that committee they they make them short for the people to understand. So we play the videos them and come back for analyze. When I go don't get a better understanding of within the tripartite agreement say. So the agreement where they all two sign, the three parties them, I mean they call them tripartite, where now the ruling party SLPP, the opposition, the only opposition are Parliamentary and APC, and then with quote and unquote the international community as the third party. I mean they call them tripartite. So three parties then involved in this arrangement. So within the tripartite say, part of the recommendation say, well, because of the ECSL boss now in there at the center of all this controversy, so what they go do, let them set up a committee where initially just like people that were familiar with HR business where they hire. So the person, they go straight president, but they hire the person directly though. So this selection committee, now then force, they take resumes them, like they apply and say, oh, I get all the qualifications then for be ECSL boss, and then you send all your particulars them to that committee. So that committee they go through all the people them we don't send application. And then just like a job, because it's not a job. So then people that we don't send application, then go to the different stage through the different stages them where the committee don't set for interview them, for verify then credentials and if at all then qualify and all that thing in there. So after all that, then come up with candidates them. So then get we don't go through all the process, then get what they call shortlisted candidates where maybe then decide say, okay, well, 3 candidates them or 4 maximum. But I think the agreement, the arrangement, the tripartite report say 3 around that. So then 3 people there or maximum 4 people them, we they carry their names then now to the president. Remember, it still get option. But the option where they give now within the people them, the list where this selection committee sent to them, not to outside of there. So then they sort of go through the process, both sides then take and say, well, this really it will help for solve most of the tension, if not all the tension, we surround the nomination or the appointment of the person who will conduct election at the country. They agree to that. So all of a sudden, President Bill just cut out. They say, oh no, I need to go through that process there. What I go do? I go back to what in the Constitution say. So that by itself, my brothers and sisters, a betrayal, because you don't try for agree to a better way forward, where all 3 the parties them, including are involved in, and don't agree. And yet all of a sudden, you just cut out and go back to the old way. So the question we'll get for ask now is, what to make President Bill go back to the old way, where we all know say, and nobody don't help. And that way they do, then bring we to Usai we they wait now. People and still they talk about the thief election, the election of free and fair. When all then talk, then they calls for like Lansana Dumbuya right now, the Secretary General, they go through court system. And Zainab Sheriff, they in a jail. So why we not resolve them? So we go talk about it. But the point where they make Naya is where I talk about this MP and we're not going to listen to an interview. So it's like a forget or maybe not even understand the process. They accuse APC, say, oh, APC, they try for lobby to the international community for then choose. And also let President Bio choose, or let the international community choose the Chief Electoral Commissioner and Salone. Where if even the international body give their own recommendation, the president, based on the process, if he accept that tripartite process, he still gets a choice. So, but this man, it talk like say, President Bio not get any choice. The international body, if APC succeed for lobby, the international body, in fact, you not even say for let President Bio, say for let the international body choose. I will talk more about that. But you know, some of them people here, as much as they say they're educated, but it's like the politics business made it also drunk that. They're not even, they use their common sense at all for analyze things. So I will talk about that. And of course, Zainab Sheriff, you know, it's so heart-rending. Yes, like I say, the thing we do, some of we go too far in terms of their pronouncement day. But at the same time, we go ask ourselves, he really reached to that level where if they suffer now in a prison. So waiting at the line between free speech and so-called cyber crime. So we'll put all this together. We'll show now a video, and I'll say plenty thank you to the two media them where they give we plenty of them videos here where they make possible for we able hear from them people and they through them we now Truth Media and also Liberty TV online. So we go use some of them clips them for we able amplify or we able strengthen we argument in a VOS. So, Lansana Dumbuya, as of actually today, I go before a court and I'll be dramatic as before. And I go show now the video or the analysis way Liberty Online do, which is very good because they cover within happen. And then the other thing where I really want to spend time with now about the mayor. Yes, APC, they don't ask for go back to their old strategy we not work for boycott. So they say, oh, because the tripartite, then do the tripartite for end the boycott. But given that President Bio abandoned the tripartite, so then go back to that strategy day. But one thing we don't forget for realize is President Bio don't get what he want. So una move to something where in the first place now work for una follow boycott, and I will talk a little bit more on that. We sit on ABAB1 part of the program tonight, me fambulem. But the point why they make now is APC then do something where we all know say that boycott thing not be sustainable, because you will get beaucoup people away with they complain about say oh their salary and how they go they feed because they don't get the money. And me fambulem, if una check closely, we thinking they happen if we want to look at that Western kind of example, the Western countries and the developed countries, the example, where people and they go on strike. They get if na strike we let's say na labor union, you know, like or a union within the particular company or corporation, that union they don't make provision because every time when they pay you, they pull some of your paycheck and then put on towards the union dues. For like anytime we issue come out, the union go able not to only for pay the people them we they run the union, like the executive, but sometimes for like them go get enough money for at least anytime people in strike, let them go able find way how they go pay people them while then they on strike, even though it not go be the full pay, but some amount of money where people then go they receive while then they on strike. And that can make people able for go on the strike and they for the required time till they resolve the issue. But in Salone case now, then just cut out APC case, I'll make it specifically, then just cut out and say, okay, well, would they go back to boycott? So where you go say sit down strike, as we can call them, where they tell we they go school. So the sit-down strike now, una say they go back to them because the government no fulfill their obligation we they don't agree upon. Fair enough. But the question now is, then go able for sustain that, because we all know say adopt day, not to just to the ordinary person, you know. The politicians themselves, parliamentarians them more, the councillors them more, because plenty of the money they get fitty fatter, pump down the local. So now, bulk of them not get any other side for a ban for say, okay, they do business or somewhere else other than maybe corrupt and waste them for get extra money. So if you know the parliament, most likely the extra money where you will use for use your influence for the you get for miss that on that money day. And the last time Katakata Bewan come out, we they tell you they be sit down, they not go parliament or they not go na them position them, like the councillors them, the parliamentarians them, they always that all we do now. They say, oh well, the government for pay them for even the time where they not be the work. So because of the tripartite, President Bill be want for really letting go back to work. So it will be very negative on in government. Say, oh, not a legitimate government and all that. So you agree. But this time around now, where President Bill don't get what he want, and then una do am. So una member, if then cut out and say, well, una they pay una for the time they will not sit down. So that money you don't lose them. So APC now not gets that kind deep pocket for make sure say they subsidize the income then they where people and they miss. So you see how this thing not go water for the most part. So why una have bent on using the same old strategy will not be the work? So if I can quote famous somebody, Einstein, we say they do the same thing over and over, and you expect different result. So again, una came down for me. Then in the classic definition of I go tap on day. So my APC brothers and sisters, them I don't know unless if una want for again disappoint Sierra Leoneans them. Because we expect say the opposition go for fight on behalf of the Salone people them, particularly the way the governments they go so. For the bully people them all over the place where you talk, especially if it is Salone, then they send for you the pit bull them for take the so-called cyber law and use them for intimidate people them. We in a way for silent people them. So no need for think about strategies, but this one it work. So the other thing we interestingly though, and this we know see sort of something we they do all the time. Opposition leader Abdul Kagbo rejecting dialogue with the chief minister, deepening the political divide. So we know say Senge. Again, rightfully so, na in job, na the nature of in job, where in they go do the back door. So seen for be the diplomatic person where President Bill don't do something we even the international community they go frown upon, and then now they go and soften the situation. But it look like say the APC they don't fit by strategy. So as a result, the leader of APC in a parliament, we na Honorable Abdul Kagbo, they say no, I don't for talk with you. So and then they show we say, this the way they go on so now make we talk about political crisis. Because this the way they go on so, if we're not again for engage in any diplomatic means, so the question is, who's how they go from there? And the bottom ask that question there. But the other interesting thing though from them, again, to me, I feel say enough for matter much before even empathize for with president during this US-Iran war. But the interesting thing though is how they craft the headline. Now it interests me. So this headline is a President Bill allegedly stranded in Dubai after secretly, again another word they capture my attention, secretly traveling out of Sierra Leone. So the question now is, my brothers and sisters, why we president for the travel out of the country in secrecy? Well, we all know saying at the papa of that country, they any side he go with Salone name, they carry Salone flag. So why Salone people enough for know who side they when they travel and all that? Because I don't feel say President Bill, even again, the president of the country will say na the richest country in the world. And for right now, you go say boku people don't increase the dislike for America when President Trump. Where they go? Any side. The media they know. In travel, which they call itinerary, in travel schedule. The media they know. And the media they talk about they're not going to give detail no more. But then go say, oh, President Trump is expected to travel so term to so place. So if the leader I go say of the world, because for now, given the military might, given the money in terms of the GDP, then they're number one. So the country we consider number one country in the world. The president, where you go say, now he's supposed for they go place them in secrecy. No, you know they do that. But why we on president, where I go say, to some extent, I don't feel say people even care safe about waiting they do, side they go and all that, other than for the most part with the Sierra Leoneans them. But yet they travel in secret. So my family, I really want to let we go through this and ask all the questions here. But before I go further, again, I always want to make sure say I do this for recognize the people that we don't join in. And even though you and we go for joining later, if time permit, I go try for recognize them as well. But I always want for give kudos to the people and we, as the show starts, so then join we. And I know very well saying commitments like that, and nice for we recognize the people and we clearly show the entire commitments in they. So I go do that. But first off, one video I don't know for now, but for me, I will say a little bit concerning. I want for plan, let we all time for come together and talk about what it mean for the country. Not to just APC SLPP, for the country. I want let we play them, we fumble them, because this, if Salone they go to this level, how much safety the rest of the population will get, how much safe they will be with them. So now I really want for like we show this video, because a video we again, in addition to when they talk about mob justice in our country day, but it's nice for like we able fully understand what it mean in terms of the hardship that our country day, even though some person will talk say, oh, not a justification for let we see things like this. I will come right back. Let's watch this video together, please.
I told you life our area so this morning. He said in our area so you have to for life. For life this morning. For life this morning. I told you for life this time. I told you for life. I told you for life this month also. It's if I told you for life this month also. He said, I told him for life is one tattoo. So your man, he said, for life is one tattoo. He said, as so your man, he said, the bastard Girana, the bastard Girana. He said, I told him for life. He said, it's all the only way. I told him for life is one tattoo. Bastard Girana, and the team on, and the team night. Bastard Girana, he said, yes. So your man, he said, I told him for life is one tattoo. Now we knows. I tell him for life. Now knows. He said, I tell him for life is one tattoo. I'm for life. Now knows happen so. He's a thief. He said, when I barrack, he said, I'm for life. He said, I'm for life. I tell him for life so. He said, I tell him for life so. He said, it's how thief man. He said, thief man. He said, thief man. He said, you. See the man is thief. The man is thief.
I want to use this opportunity for say I do apologize for the rough languages, especially given the month of fast, the Ramadan. I do apologize for that. Again, I will just watch them briefly, but all the rough languages, then they I do apologize on behalf of the VOS. But the point what I make now, this a military somebody, it is in a military allegedly, in military uniform. And the scary part though, all the way then they try for beat him. This guy get gone. So you see how dangerous that country they don't become. Two aspects now. Sojaman, thief, and Ketcham, he did with the uniform, he did with a gun. And another sojaman can rescue him. So meaning that not to any impersonation, like say that somebody just wear soldier uniform and he get gun and all that. And he appear like say, na open time, na time way clear. So within this they tell we, if soldier man, let we say again, I know say people some people will say, oh well, Mr. Kagbo, not to justification for like soldier man go thief, say the country triangle. Yes, that's true, because poverty, for translate into you becoming you for become somebody with a thief. But the point now is the person will involve soldier man involve. And this soldier man, thief. And not to only thief like that to like say, plain clothes, then just able to identify him as soldier man. No, it ain't in uniform. And then he all in gone. Now the scary part's that. If like where they be they try for beat and not say that other guy no come for rescue him, it vex. And then he open fire at people them. So you see how scary it be? When now And because I don't know if I will say desperation or maybe for like them doing them bidding and stuff, it come through like say people and they join them thing and they not to for serve the country for the most part, but not for survival. Because maybe job done all day. And also when you look at the screening process, you go on for ask yourself, how much did they screen them people and how much did they go through rigorous screening, like try for understand your background, like background check. Remember, this is not the military. That's somebody where you get for gig gone. So if you not do thorough background check for know them people are very well, we go continue for the city like this. Because if somebody will strongly believe in moral, like get a moral compass, I don't feel say it go really go down low for they in a soldier man uniform, go thief. Wanna help me understand me fumble them. So I just decide for play this very quickly. Let bring to our attention how much of security situation don't they deteriorate in that country day. And me family them, they allow not put politics into this. Because when they talk about security deterioration, I know a lot of people and say, and a strong word that the country is safe, now because of APC, because again, the way how the country don't they, it look like say when you say something we're not favorable to the government, it's very easy for let people lump you and say you're not APC. We see that not to just Salone, even America, where you criticize Trump, the next thing you're not either Democrat or you're not sympathizer. And then say, you're not lefty, people learn from the left and all that. So, but no, as Sierra Leoneans, and by extension, as people similar to people in America, they're self not citizens. They self get the right for express concern about waiting they go on at their country. But again, it's very easier for the politicians then for like them say, now because they're on the other side. So that's now a strategy where it look like say very common now, not just Salone, all over the world. Now that's the politicians then they do. They know like they need to do things right, then they make them all about politics instead of things them about the people them welfare. And particularly when they campaign on that, but then they forget and say, they don't promise the people and stability and good economic economic improvement and all that. And that be the main reason for like people and vote them into the power. But we then get the power and they're not able to deliver. It's very easy and convenient for them for let them say, you're on the other side. Now make it say that. My brothers and sisters, them, so I can always appeal to Nadia. Let we know they use their strategies, then they let we know accept their strategies, then because when we do that, within they happen, they fail for all them accountable. And that means then we'll continue for the way they do so because we need to hold them accountable, particularly with the so-called supporters of that particular party. Because they can always take we for granted. And I think they happen self in America against the Democrats them. So like the black population, they can just say, you know what? Majority of the black people in America, they vote Democrat. So they not feel say we then just do them so and not do things them for improve them people in their lives. Then go one day say, let me vote for the other side. I not get anything for lose after all. And it happened with Donald Trump. When you get Boku blacks, then where they say, you know what, Democrats, they don't take it for granted. And then they do what you want. So let we try for vote for somebody else. We not to the conventional way. And that therefore happen as Salone. But the fact of the matter is, let me go back to this question. We do not think about this incident. For like a soldier man in uniform. Them people in the way who they grow up, say them very disciplined. Soldier man, them very disciplined. In fact, people them way they feel say, oh, they're unruly and all that. When they join soldier, then they see difference, force them. But why this person go this far? Anyways, let I take the opportunity now for sort of welcome all the people and wait and join, because I really don't want for like this list kind of go too long, because it's always nice for, as always I can say, for let we recognize them people there. I really want to say plenty thank you again to the people that we don't join, as I see plenty of the regular people don't join already. So I want to say boku thank you to now. And before I do that though, for recognize una, I want for display the numbers them now the screen for if people want call the number actually, because we only get one number now. So if people want call, then just need for call, and the phone line open right away, because again I want for maintain New Year's resolution for just keep to that 2 hour mark. So now make I go through the program in a way. So the WhatsApp number, we're not the only number we already receive calls from. Now +1 343 997 5828 +1 343 997 5828, and we get with VOS radio station at Salone, we na 91.9 FM, and I will encourage you now for Leona tune into the radio station because they can deal with some plenty again, including community issues and all that. So I will encourage you now for like, especially if again you get what we call nostalgia, like that homesickness. It go nice for you tune into the station day. If you didn't a part of Freetown, we able to get or part of the country we able to get just download the app. Go if you now Android they use, go to the Google Play Store and type VOS Television. You go before get the link for download we VOS mobile app. And if you na Apple device you they use, no worries. So just go on the Apple App Store and type VOS Television. You will see the link, and we will definitely appreciate if you download them. And for people that will not download them yet, when you download them, it will look like this. The front page. And them button and they're all are very helpful, where you're able to enjoy music, you check the news and all into the day for like you will enjoy the full experience of VOS. And as Salone person, we always deter for cater for Salone issues them. So Fambulem, we recognize we brothers and sisters then we don't join the program right now, and want for begin by again this now a very prominent person where I will say now a core VOS family member. We now brother Fuad Sise. Thank you so much, brother Fuad Sise. You say welcome to VOS family, everyone, and welcome to you as well as a VOS family member. And you say again, welcome, Mr. Kagbo, Sheikh. All right, okay, Sheikh, close fit you. Thank you very much, brother. And we own sister, auntie, Pekin, and again, another prominent sister this way. And one of the people if do not come to the Thursday show, and they feel glady. Sister Mary J, thank you very much. Say hello, Mr. Kagbo, good evening. Good to see you again today, and thank you for your great work. Good evening to all VOS family. And you see, when I know the button when I can push for get me excited and happy, where una can not to only say good evening to me, but una they extend them and say VOS family. I really want for we use this kind or use this platform for implement another country there. Because if we all see ourselves like one family, one nation, one people, it will really help we. It will make plenty of the tension here cool down. Instead of we begin solve things them with political lens, we're going to see them with the country lens. If we see we all as one big family. So thank you so much, Sister Mary J. and Brother Fuad and everybody where they use that small phrase, the VOS family. And I really want to let we transfer that kind mentality there to the country. Sierra Leone family. How beautiful that could be and helpful. Eustace J, thank you so much for joining. How you know waiting be anticipate on Salone people? I'm able to understand waiting you basically whose question that. If you can able elaborate, you can call though, because I believe say a very important question. And so in terms of somebody in anticipation, again, me not a magician, but waiting and call educational guests. Certain things then you do take history and you take the person in pattern for able determine in anticipation. So now that kind of approach I use. So I don't know if now that you bring refer to. And one of again, I go say founding VOS member, and they appeal to we. So again, what I favor, somebody don't beat it to it too. What I forward say don't beat it to it. And they appeal to people them now on behalf of the VOS family. Like and share the program, please. Yes, because we have good things then for discuss though. And again, another a member, we himself done to become a prominent VOS family member. Sister Lansana Dumbuya, thank you very much for your join. Good evening, everyone. And Ramadan Karim, Mr. Kagbo, thank you too so much. Sister Lansana Dumbuya, thank you. So finally, Brother Favor, again, Brother Fuad, beat it to it though. But I still appreciate you, Brother Favor. They say, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you very much as always. And welcome as always to the program. Another prominent brother, Brother C. Kamara, thank you very much. And give me Chief say Chief Cargo, good evening and hope you are doing great with the family. Thank you very much, Brother C. Kamara. So again, me call family member, VOS family members, then they're in the house tonight. And this person, I can always say, they are not jealous anymore. Because again, now one of the founding members of the VOS major extended family, Madam Bendu, again, I always want for the gang kudos, because since the inception of VOS, Madam Bendu be always there with me. And when he speak, my goodness, that woman gets plenty wisdom. So thank you so much, Madam Bendu, for we join we. And let God continue for bless you and the family and the entire VOS family. Let God continue for bless we all. And let we not tire, because did they listen? Yes, it happens to say then once in a while try for ignore we because we need to say something within the one for ye, but they listen at the end of the day. Another person we himself, they become now a regular and prominent on this platform. Cecilia, thank you so much. Say good day to my people. Thank you very, very much for you joining, Madam Cecilia or Sister Cecilia. It said in America now, we are considered as second-hand citizens. What a world. Very important, very important. So again, you see why we do we best for make sure say we put that country there together. Now, the very people them, Englishman them, or the Western people them, that they say no place like home. But what thing we home don't do we? because we can take citizenship now, then place here, then don't take away some of we privileges them, where we suppose for they enjoy as people that were born in that country there. But what did they do? So in a way, you will say then treat we like second class citizens. Because if then tell we say, no, we not go on for public office, we're not eligible, we not qualify, because we don't voluntarily take another citizenship. And then the people that were then shown we for, we get American citizens, Sierra Leoneans, they will get American citizens, and not to just Sierra Leoneans, them people them you will say mostly colored people them, because we need to get too much pressure on European naturalized citizens in America. Mostly, not the way we call now feasible minority. So the one the way they see, like the colored people, if you will, now we then the target. So you see why it's very important, because if really, like waiting Trump, they try for push, another president can make push further, then go begin and say, okay, you know what, because they don't begin poke that, say, forget dual citizenship in America. So if only choose America, or you choose the other country, Trump want for push for that kind of thing. So if you then do that, and then we were born as Salone, I believe say, Boko, if we go choose Salone, as long as we get, if they say, okay, then go bring you, like, then go reduce you one notch and say, okay, then go just recognize you as permanent resident and strip away your American citizenship if you choose Sierra Leonean citizenship. I believe say, Boko people then go do that. But if we want to do that, we don't put you in a very, very tight and difficult position, because we don't recognize we as true citizens them of that country there. So you see me, brothers and sisters, topic like that, not for be a political topic, it for be a country-wide topic. Because boku of we don't can get small back benaya, or we don't learn something, we willing and able for go implement waiting we don't learn naya. Not just for government, but even for as a private entity. Boku people want to do that. But if we not treat we like second-class citizens, that they sufficient for we afraid. Because now they try now for turn the what we call home base against we, the foreign-based people, just for them against a political victory. My brothers and sisters, and they call upon we all. Let we find way how we go reverse that law there, we say we forget limitation. I can understand like how America, in fact, the America context, even apply, because I will be say, I will understand if una stop am at the presidency, say for be president, forget dual citizenship, for be dual nationality. I can understand that. If you want to talk about conflict of interest and all that kind of thing, it make a little bit of sense. But for say no position at all, me fumble them. Even the America self, where they try now for push discriminatory policies them under Donald Trump. I don't know if una be, I want for waiting they call digress a little bit. I want for talk a little bit about that. Some of una way watch the recent State of the Union where President Trump addressed the country in Parliament. You will get a Somalian, not a born American, no, Somalian naturalized citizen when a Umar sit down na Congress. Maybe they even argue or send remarks them for Trump. Because of with all Trump in Alhala, democracy still strong That man get it right. And he get able go Congress. And remember the importance of Congress. Now that host they responsible for make laws them in America. But yet they allow naturalized citizen. And in all it up they even get the zeal for talk back publicly at the president. They even, I think where the president at one point, if I remember correctly, talk about Somalians, them talk about terrorism and stuff. It make it clear, say, no, you are the terrorist. So whose other part of the world in Africa law put on so we don't know forbid don't call police them or sergeant of arms or whatever for can drag you out and carry you go straight na Pademba Road. So me fumble them. If America, somebody we naturalized from a country where Trump considered a terrorist country, Somalia, able for stand up to a president. So why we not for able to take them beautiful example and they, but instead we still, because of political gains, we still they backwards for use the colonial laws them, the laws them where the colonial masters them be they use for suppress we, for let we not able to speak. Now they lost them, they we still they use against we self. And then we say we they try for practice democracy. My brothers and sisters, again, it's very important. I want to send this message. This enough will be about SLPP, enough will be about APC, but it will be about how for position Sierra Leone for international success. Not to just the political success. But guess what, like I say, you get boku Sierra Leoneans then, where then get the capability, then gets the connection, they even get the money. One for go do something in that country, they will go create job, and it help for stabilize the economy. But with this kind of way where they put tension between we, now the diaspora versus the home base, it make boku people and they scared. Because where home base, somebody see you as foreigner, quote and unquote, and I will get no sympathy, no empathy. In fact, what they go think about is for go do you bad, for go take arms and go rob you and all that stuff then they. So thank you for where you bring that up, Sister Cecilia. Very important. I want to say plenty thank you and welcome to another prominent person, even though they go by Konoti, but another prominent brother. Thank you very much. You say Ramadan Mubarak, brother Kagbo and VOS family. I pray all is well. Yes, all is well. And I believe say with you all is well as well. Madam Bendu, they say the uniform and gun has been used to intimidate and take advantage of the people. The police and military personnel have been caught in robberies. See, as we talk, 100%, I don't see several videos them where they say police involved, military involved, and all that. So that, not to that direction, they won't let that country they go. Thank you so much for where you echo that, Madam Bendu. Another prominent brother, Brother Robert Kagbo, thank you very much. Himself, another prominent brother and philanthropist. Thank you very much. He said in the 70s, when and in the 70s and 80s, when recruiting personnel for the military, the army go to chiefdoms, involve the paramount chiefs and members of parliament, which recommends the military council. My goodness, what a change. And again, to your point, the military begets a lot more respect because then they scrutinize people them. Not only man then they take. Now people them way very disciplined that they take for joining the military. But now they see that they use that as a way for compensate the people away don't rally for them. And that's wrong. regardless of whether they remand them or not. And that's wrong. And he continued for say the CID do their findings about the individual. That's $1 million question. Another prominent brother, thank you so much for joining, Brother Sal Sungu. Brother Sungu, thank you very much. He says Sierra Leone is sovereign, a country of laws. As Sierra Leonean, we all must observe and follow the laws of Salone. A suspected thief / offender of laws, when a citizen's arrests are made, hand over to the police. 100% I agree with you. But again, the mob justice, most times it happen when law and order don't broke down. Because people and they tell you, say, if I carry on to police, then go just release them. Then go take small money. Sometimes the money we thief, then go just ask another shape. Then they release them, we are turn back. So what's in that they do, they make people and take to mob justice. Brother T, Konoti, you say we are all one community and one people, 100% correct. So maybe next time I go say one community, one people. I go to use them interchangeably. So one nation, one people, one community, one people. Because SLPP not sue me and say I take their slogan. So we go twist the first part. Thank you very much. And Brother Songu say, mob justice must be denounced any and all time. Taking the law into your hands must at all times be denounced by all and sundry. 100% I agree with you. Thank you so much for you emphasize that. Sister Fatimata Kamara, thank you so much. It's been a while, and it's another prominent person in this platform. Thank you very much. Say good evening, Mr. Kagbo. Thank you, Sister Fatimata, for where you join. And Cecilia say yes. I'm here tonight. Thank you very much. Again, I want to say boku thank you, and I'm so glad before I sit down, tigi one on the topic stem. I really want to continue for encourage you now for let una share and let we all let we talk about the issues here as Sierra Leoneans them, not as APC or SLPP or in the C4C or whatever political party, but as Sierra Leoneans. Konoti continues for say, hence the diaspora needs to unite and fight for their own interest. Well, it not only be for we interest, it will be also the interest of the country. Because most times people they misunderstand. When we say for we interest, they just see them like say, oh, they only care about themselves. If we position say for the country in better one, I sure say that they go able for convince the home base them, hopefully. But as some will continue for say, I have observed nowadays, Sierra Leone refuse to follow law procedures, rather revert to other means of conflict resolutions that is not conventional and would want to suggest people to accept it. 100% I agree with you. And thank you very, very much for that observation there. Thank you. And of course, not to just me, but I cannot say himself agree, say you're 100% correct. There is no accountability period. Until we bring accountability to the system, our land will continue this darkness path. All right, well, now we go back to the program. And again, I'm for say plenty thank you for we una all sort of join this program. So now let us take step by step. Again, let we look from the country lens. Let we not look from the lens of APC or SLPP. They are big. The reason being, because we get boku things them way in the first place, we go be considered a little bit controversial and very go probably raise some tension among we don't join the program right now. But I want for let we go past the urges then day. Let we think about the country first, dear my brothers and sisters, before set the stage. I want for appeal to now. So what I want for do first, la play the ECSL, the new ECSL boss. Like I say, normally when people can get promotion, they can show excitement. Because everybody want promotion. Promotion not too bad thing, a good thing. So this ECSL boss now be the acting. We Kone, I don't know if he resign or in time expire, whatever happened. But we after Kone, the President will ask him for act. So in a way, it don't they act. So then give this position now, say, okay, well, permanently. So you ask yourself, it warrants the kind of way a gladdy. Let's play for now that video day. And then let una self help assess if it go too far in terms of in dance. Some people go say I'm saying a provocation for it is send whatever message you want for send to the opposition. So people can get different interpretation. So I want to let you tell me what in your interpretation after I play the video. Because let we able get the context right. I go come right back after a short clip. Let me just see how it dance not to it. All right, Fambulem, waiting on I think the dance, whatever the song, Tindon Bio. If I for serve the country, certain music, then they say way it create issue. At this point, from day one, not to something where is supposed for tell Sierra Leoneans then say, in me leadership, una no need for worry, una trust me. So if from day one you're not able for exhibit any form of restraint, so if I'm una really tell me, oh, waiting then we for expect. And yes, some people can go say, oh, they read too much into it. But think about the music. Tia mi fambulem, sometimes una no be pay attention to the song, the words of the song. I want for playing one more time. Una patient with me. One more time, because it's a short clip. Let me listen to him one more time, and I will come right back. All right. You see the expectation, the people that we did dance with them are so sorry. I missed a call. Please call back. The person, somebody they say, after the finally Tindom bill, then somebody therefore say the game door over. So again, I know say yes, some people will say they read too much into this, but it's all about the expectation and the interpretation of this. We there at a situation where tension in that country there, and yet we see something like this. So me fambulem, in addition to this, let a play for now give out a message within the same topic. I will come right back.
And I have to say this today. If APC have their way, they want to do the job of President Bill. You know why they are crying? Because they have been pushing international communities to appoint my lady sister Marcella Samba to be Chief Electoral Commissioner. And this,
this is not serious allegation.
No.
What that you prove when they should say the APC party don't recommend to international organizations say let them pick Marcella Samba Sisi for
I know a friend of mine who has been around.
Another friend.
No, I can't mention on air.
These are serious
allegations. Yes. I can't mention on air. But being a member of parliament, where they speak with honor, where everybody known as Sierra Leone say, when me say something, I really mean them. This has been their motive and this has been their push behind the doors, behind the corners to say, you understand, they want one of their own.
Is it that
to be Chief Electoral Commissioner?
Okay, Marcella, let me make it clear, their own. Is it that Marcella belongs to the APC party?
I take it so.
Why?
Because I mean, by all the words that we don't say, the tendencies that we don't invent on social media and public arena, like when they say, once you say something, by what you say, they misinterpret them, they make you a member of a political party.
This considered in one level, it's an educated man. To some extent, again, something in the where I can listen to the so-called educated people, I can almost bury me face in shame. Educated Sierra Leonean for speak like that. The last part, where them push how you know that, he get a friend and all that, and then he say, you think say na APC, and you say, where you say something and you point the way they make and stuff, people like can take and say you na APC. So to Ram, it don't clarify clearly the issue with that characterization they as educated person. And Yusuf, in that short clip there, you don't condemn that approach there for let you say something, let's say against a sitting government or in favor of advocating or the same position as the opposition party, so people automatically paint you in that regard there. So now one thing that, and that short clip to Ram, not to fear away that, but yet he used that same approach there for say, yes, he believes say the lady in APC. We educated people and they were so. And then he say clearly, APC then they push for the international community appoint Marcella Samba as the Ecsl boss. This a member of parliament. So you for expect, say, they don't able for read the Tripartite report. If you don't understand, say, international community, they appoint Ecsl member in that country there, because we know they under no international community, we know they under any British rule, Salone a sovereign country. And he claims say in a lawyer, and he claims say in a parliamentarian. So a lawyer and a parliamentarian forget about what in the Constitution say, saying it's not possible for the international community choose the Ecsl boss. And yet, convincingly they say this. Let we listen to Marcella Samba in reaction to that allegation they me fumble them. Let we listen to her.
When you go to the public, you sit.
All right, we get a little bit of audio issue. Let's try them again, because once in a while, some of them videos, then they do that now with system.
When you go to the public, you sit in the morning, you present me like one small pikin where they find relevance. You want big Electoral Commission and a salon. Now I make you they do all of this. No, you are so wrong. You are incorrect.
So does that mean
I have passed that stage?
Does that mean if you in any way be approached for that position, you're not going to take her up?
Mabel, you hear what I say? I have passed that stage. If I am serving my country, doesn't mean you should belittle me. When I move out of Sierra Leone, I'm somebody else. When I move out of Sierra Leone, I'm somebody else. I am saying this with all modesty for people to understand that we are not doing this. We are not chasing job. So, Kadisha, let me say this again. When I came into this space in 2003, when I left for Bay College, I have enjoyed the presence of all the presidencies. Well, in this country, as young as I was, the late President Ahmad Tijan Kaba of blessed memory, always here they talk evidence D. Anybody will want challenge a come. Me know they can't go na public go talk say now want me party tell me then say you do defamation. No. I have enjoyed the presence of every president, whether they want to talk directly or indirectly. I have. The late President Kaba, as young as I was, when I am on UN radio, he would listen. When he is doing his policy, they send let them call me. Una go call that Pekin them. Una go call that Pekin. You know, because he was a man who believed in young people, right? I was on UN radio, the evidence are there. I have been building democracy in this country since I was a youth.
So, Marcella, the question where I go ask you now that why a lawmaker and also somebody with a legal background for go na radio and make such kind claims say, now you, Marcella Samba, say the APC be the lobby for, let it appoint you for be Chief Electoral Commissioner. If Honorable Geva will not get evidence, why if we're gonna radio and make that kind of statement against you?
So I've given this man 72 hours, I've been quiet. All man know me say, I am not intimidated, right? I am not somebody you intimidate. When you see me say, if me they pass there right now, give out see me, now the other would they pass. He cannot face me. So what he did is what we call technology facilitated violence. And I they bring unto the notice of the public, right? If me do that one day to anybody right now, they will bring the law and police against me. But what Gevao did to me that morning from high profile office, this not to any kind of person, you know, not to them bobo then on social media where they write anything, you know. He is sitting in a very prominent office in this country as a member of parliament, and he's also a legal person. He's a lawyer, I understand. Right? He do defamation of my character. Defamation of my character. That's why I took time to build, let's tell people that my profile. That profile that they present on no side. Right? I am so modest in my profile. And I put on a LinkedIn safe. So when you do that, Mabel, you get technology with the help of two other of in kind them. Males as well, na the studio, then begin make ridicule, public shaming me. Right? And then when they're done with that information, they then begin put on our social media, call them, blogger them, begin to distort me picture, and you did direct violence on my person, right? In a society where they trumpet women's political participation, in the week where they talk, reflect on Women's Month, right? And nobody within the space and quarter not able to call and say what you did to Marcella was technology facilitated gender-based violence. You defamed her character and you expose her to public ridicule.
You say you've been given 72 hours.
I have done 72 hours. No question.
Now, are there any plans for what's your next step? You want to go court? Waiting really you right. Get 72 hours for?
It has to retract that.
If it doesn't,
then the next step will come. Now, one by one. I don't wait. Because what we get as human beings, we get what they call self-conviction. When you sit back and you say what you do so wrong, and other people they wouldn't hear you, they tell you say what you do so wrong, and you say you lawyer with lawyer legal background, pass it on. Now public media, the media not only radio, the technology not only radio, it's online. Now it's Women's Week. You know, almost Women's Conference internationally are speaking online. When you search my name, you know what is coming up? Immediately you search my name right now. Because the people that were, I have series of speaking appointments then this weekend. In not tell Ecsl wait and say, oh Marcella Samba, they can't talk all man sabi me. No. For people then for sign up to them people then they then conferences then they right? Then they say who are those speakers and then they search the person in background. Immediately you search me right now what Guevara was done. When you search me right now, what comes up is what he's spewing. The hate he is spewing against me. That's what comes up online.
Me fumble them. When I see, when I remember not too long ago, I make it clear about this whole cyber bullying, saying the government they cherry pick. This man, now a law, just like how the lady say, this man a lawmaker and a lawyer, prominent one, because as I give her the background. The same person now in publicly say Salone Parliament corrupt and it called the whole country for come and agree with them. We you know see that kind support, which in end up for do it cost the country, say the country doom and all that. So meaning for speaking up for face whatever situation they go to that country day. And like I was say, this man again I can bury me face in shame at times where we so-called educated people they behave in a way that you question their common sense. In the first place, it's completely wrong in terms of the possibility for let that happen. The possibility is almost zero for let the international community go impose ECSL boss on we. That possibility there is always zero. So it say APC they want, and again to the leading point, because when you look at the headline like this, APC lobbying international community to install Marcella Samba as Chief Electoral Commissioner, SLPP MP alleges. Like how the lady say, if there's such and somebody see this kind headline, so automatically the tendency for tarnish in character is very high. Because if people then see him as credible, somebody will also say a speaker for go speak na international conference or something like that, and then you see this kind of headline that they lobby. And then the so-called APC now, they don't boycott government activities and all that. So it's easier for them to say, okay, this now one of the people away, they behind the political tension of that country. and all sort of negative interpretation. But what can happen? Like how the lady say, they say even according to him, you get people within, even at the studio self way, according to him, during the interview, they make fun and all that stuff then they. So it's Alex in something where they push out there, even though it's fundamentally wrong and it show ignorance of even the law of a country. As a lawyer, it show clearly say not even know the law of a country. Or if you know, then a deliberate attempt for assassinate the leading character. So this, as I can always ask, enough for be the classic definition of cyberbullying. Let me take a call. And me fumble them, the phone lines they're open. VOS network, hello caller. What's your name and who side they call we from, please?
This not concern Sierra Leone, they call from the US.
Hello, concern Sierra Leone. Thank you very much for your call. And what's your take on the program tonight, sir? Go ahead, please.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, Mr. Kagbo. God bless you.
You too, sir. Thank you for calling. Go ahead, please.
You know, before I even make my points, they encourage people and where they watch right now the program. We over 70 people and where they live right now. They encourage people and for me then like, share and subscribe, please. Then coming to my point now.
Sure.
You see, honestly, some of them landed Gaia, so, I don't know how in fact, they want them way not educate in that country. Some man go the fit so say now a better way not even educate because I'm pretty sure say this man has way offer with the constitution. Say Salone as sovereignty state. There is no way any international community go come for appoint electoral commissioner for we in that country. They ain't not possible. But when then Gaia can they talk, bra, we can really the question say what's thinking wrong with them guy so this not the thing we can the talk but come can the fit to say we want for the support wrong thing in that country. No, they say what is good for the goats is also good for the ganders. Some of them thing I look like for this example now, this lady where they also now the country where they refuse bail because of his statement. We don't see another country the way somebody don't talk say that something Kadiru say get what it takes for bring can war another country they get money and all for bring war not to act thing. Who statements that one day way inciting past that one day? This not the hypocrisy about these governments, where we get presently. You get certain people, anytime we talk something, no matter how terrible it is, as long as not in favor of the government, you're not free man. That guy, in case an officer even pass CID self, then this other lady, Zainab Sheriff, now 30 days, it don't appear at court again, then deny them bail. And some of them crime and then are bailable, crime and they one and they, I just thank God for Marcella Samba way ABC, na another tough lady way standing grounds because now so then can take for the intimidate people and this na government we say then they for support woman. Then they attack now directly because of they don't get the hidden agenda then planned for 2028. So then if you say they're not able for subject the lady to how they want them, they say okay, well before 2028, let we try for attacker and discrediting organization so that they no go take part, for the election at all. Now make you see people elected then tower, they all are disgrace. We get people in our area that we left them constituency just for go vote for for let go na parliament, then be fit to say na better mortal man. I can always they tell people power, money no they change mortal man. It they show them true color. So man away not get power, it not get money, like in a like humble or in an honest individual. But once they get that power, they don't become another thing. Try for attack the lady, or them for the check now the observers them, for let them be credible. Una want for check observers them for let them credible, then una don't go appoint somebody with you on record, for be electoral commissioner. Not only na the first point that one day una go make sure so una get a credible somebody, but this man they on record where they talk say the election 2028 no go different from 2023. And we all know say that election, the 2023 now, controversial election now, and the way almost only international observers then question the credibility of that election. The una grab, una go take that rogue crook guy, they una don't go make a electoral commissioner. Then una one can talk about credibility of observers them. You know, then guy, I mean, I'm not able to understand that, you know, how they want to take that country. They look at what they happen now at the world. You know, people and they try for improve their country, make their country be a better place. Then guy, they take pleasure for destroy that country. They, you know, then they take, my brother, let God do now the strength, the courage for Lord continue for, you know, they speak out for that country, they and point out the wrong thing the way they happen at that country. They, because if not to una way they give we up, brale, boku of we don't forget about that country. They. Then guy where they show now na bunch of disgrace then at that country. They, you know, we not get the country attacked. Now for just scam for car enrich themselves, get wardrobe allowance, get all this kind of allowance, then just not care about the people. This Marcella Samba where then they attack so where them be the opposition, all kind letter them be the right to this lady also. You know, they condemn the APC government. Where they don't come out, they don't get the opportunity for strengthening the electoral laws, therefore make sure say the right thing be done, then they take advantage of the system. Where then go back opposition at that time, they then go begin they complain about the system where them for be able, just like how APC they cry so now of the system. Now to them be able for correction than the school mind term, but no, they want for take advantage over the system. Now then they cry foul. Thank you so much, my brother. God bless you.
You too. Thank you. Let me give other person chance. Thank you. VOS Network. Hello, caller. What's your name and inside the call, please?
Hello?
Yes.
Yes, Mr. Kagbo, how are you, sir?
I did do well, brother. Thank you very much. And
welcome.
Waiting you take on the program tonight, sir. Go ahead, please.
I did call for contribute about this dance where you be pledges not for that man. We dance before the ECSL office. I think that before you, because I think that we be there, we don't plan. For celebrate because of all the difficulty we go through.
Okay, go ahead, please.
But hello?
Yes, you're on live. Okay. Go ahead.
But the other thing I want to talk again is since 1996 with all the first election, contest with on the problem with the cover for this Electoral Commission of business. Because remember Tijan Kabawe be appoint James Jonas. Where they be opposed and they say they all be United Nations, so Ibrahim can follow rig the election. Yes. And now the most difficult crisis will be in the country by election, because even we President Madabi try for conduct the election, the RUF then say they want peace before election. We majority of people they say they want election before peace. They begin chop people their hands and limbs. Anybody will go vote, they say if you pick themselves, they decide for send a message, say it's an election on our hands. Don't lose. There was a lot of overcome now and they now because they be ready for the democracy and good on that sacrifice day. I make right now they see APC that they say that they boycott because of they select and one electoral commission on elect. It don't make sense to me, because when they say that they love the country and the president for elect, because even the recommendation with the tripartite make, the tripartite recommendation, they say civilian then we're not a politician and for elect, they don't begin condemn themselves. They say the president used to for elect them people in the for select them people in for the committee. They say president Tiano for did it. So they don't begin send message say even the recommendation with the tripartite make they're not ready for that. Because the one will be genuinely interested in that tripartite, na be Samuel Kama, and they don't push them aside. they say, na ain't go make deal, because the only one they win at the president candidate, they don't want only a tripartite business right now. The first attempt to they make na Tuga Stadium for sure say, well, the tripartite recommendation they for begin implement in a parliament, or they for begin debate in a parliament. Even Kelfama, he begin damn the thing. So that is not be serious. And President Beno go sit down the wait. Where PC know they being in this minority leader, and nobody go to meeting as if send somebody Dissent. They be saying for accuse them. He said, "Boy, you know they go meeting when they come na negative they talk about this." So I say the Senate representative. I should say not interested because for them a bad. It don't start like this bad egg with smell. Tripartite. Most of the APC, and I make them man come. The Secretary General will be chairing Polo first because na the first impression we give. Say not to be honest. When they elect you as first, the first impression we give, you chairing Polo na public saying that the man they beat him. President Liu and man them. Then you come before you talk about tripartite, where they don't talk. You begin call President Liu say it's native man, native tiffy. Don't this careless for the whole back. You say begin talk way for produce baby, for develop the nation. They talk for mother posting policy whole generation, woman for that matter, young girl, wait for the preach life, not to death. So then they I don't think say APC ready for the real governance business. They're not able to opposition business. That the frustration wouldn't get. For them, they feel it's not power number they forget. You know, for the opposition, 11 years, wouldn't rule. All them will be there, boy. Say, pet for election may not be there. Let them try, let them go back to the represent the people there. Let them develop the country. You know, this Allah, not necessary. Election on down to 2023, coup don't come. It don't pass. September, what in the call? August 10, 11, 8, 9, 10 don't come. It don't pass. Not about say they know they try for disturb the country. They say they want peace, they want peace. Now they don't succeed. They make the show say, they make the present say they want peace. Anybody want peace? Not before do all them disturbance here. Let them go to parliament back. Let them take over. The people they elect, let them go to the duty. Let them left them try chance here for disturb the country. Now the foreign country that they go to, they never want out. They're not getting interest to if we work on tomorrow. If the regime change they want full international community, they're not go do it. They're not go do it. All right. Thank you very much. So, you're welcome. You're welcome. Okay.
Yes, thank you so much, Mr. Zakado. I'll call from Virginia. Honestly, I don't listen to the program at the beginning, but like I give me on take. I just want to rectify some of the comments where this brother do. When Strasser then can overthrow APC in another country, there, Strasser be the rule. If they try to change the country for let conduct election, Mother BO be there against that election day for let them do election. What he do? He overthrown Strasser. We overthrow Strasser. He say in the green, it's like green. I mean they can give SLPP there in power. That election they go see them do not there will be making that election day. You not get free, they come back, you can get position back to the government as financial secretary. We know a lot of things that we play and when a bad stuff will be happen. But make I tell you now, not now Mother Bio na Ingo talks say peace before election. I don't know when we bother talk about that. Now Mother Bio na Ingo be form when they go to money one. We then at Salone day, we're gonna conference day, say to band one. It's therefore look all kind way for let them make sure say let go stand up power. But we stand against that no. We want election before peace. Immediately peace before election. Then cook and wale get and speak there understand. You know say na matter viewing time and be one day. I come to Zainab Sheriff. The talk about Zainab Sheriff talk, you know, do for let them pull up. Even when them put and say unwanted, that the same woman back go back and talk say, I know they know say I want no idol, I didn't assume say I didn't be good. That don't show say if it be bail and sell, you no get threats for say go come out the country. he goes still in the country. So I available for friends and responsible for bail. I'm not need for Ulam and keep an response because he will tell us and I did you know not spend no money. The money that we put for say wanted, he even come back say a day and all I. You understand? We also play the talk. You know almost cost the cost Donald Trump in America, so they do all the mocha. You know, mean anything. Then I call up politics. You understand? Now when they the government, I say let APC go up na parliament. APC only for go to parliament because if you don't need APC them, we APC they tell us something, we don't need for listen to them. We don't come to parliament now and after them go there. No need for go there. I will have God not say they no need for go there. Because let them take everything. They tell us that let them call it they do what's up them, you know. Let them do what they have to do. The popular country. But all they know say one day accountability and transparency for Canada country. Anybody who do not country bad, you can forget accountability. If you not get at this wall, you can forget the next wall. I want they know that this gets forward, you understand? The other people in the rule now country, they do the thing like say now it's kind of bad out and pageant. If the big party there on the APC. That man they don't ban them. We don't America so don't ban them. See, then deep now election. They me use a million, me na from Virginia. So then thief na election day and take the produce results. They don't produce results. If you put speaking at school, you know become 3 results. They don't promote. Now fail parents that one day. You're supposed to put results. Up to now you don't know they we all know that they never put results because they don't know to justify say that they was day. Any way you thief, you know the better you. I made the struggles right now say. They want to step back far back for justify the people don't think. They don't say they come on apart today. They don't say most of them get in trouble. And the same thing that happened to Donald Trump now. You know, say if he still get the Senate to get the House, no problem for him. So they fight all kind of way. I don't need the type of do. So if APC they talk to them, they want to tell the country before. I want to know say the Tripartite has 90 pieces of that country. That country that country. They never listen to that. And remember, when we make our tax money, we give 1.5 million for let them form that Tripartite. So no give them money for that. We give them for them. Let them do that Tripartite. So they get police to that Tripartite. If for the cow something, they produce to they say that man they be only for the part of the one who seek the election. And not need for the banner to go pick again. But among 8 million people or 7 million people left. Now that body not down that we go say we will stay that position. The pastor man they no more. Who get the record saying that they don't talk about it in that country. It's no difference all day between the 2023 and 2028. We big difference for the when the for Tripartite for that is the thing. When it's a problem. And all they make you doubt for the education what they get. You know what I mean? I don't know. Man, not get no right to pick that man for pick and say, let be under other people they get respectful when I'm for them for God's sake. Why they can't make us so? Why they can't make us now man the so? That and alpha they whatever. We get the problem. We get our black people make us so say that's funded. And they part of the election. We go for to go. Let's see you change one more thing. One big positive. They say that would save. But they are completely different election day. So they don't do the thing. Let be fine. If they do work for that country, they don't need for struggle. They don't for better genuine, fully result normalcy and not fine. And two what they do people say this new law say they say when they call the result within 3 days for contest them. If they don't make the result on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the Monday, they will tell us they're not gonna go to. When they will contest the election, it's all they say do. One man is say, not to the IT they do. The country will all get the country. All the talks are for the better get the country. I'm before I listen to if you stop, let me say I cover.
Yeah, well, the boards are on off now twice. So call me back if you get additional comments. Yeah.
May God bless you, Mr. Kago. You know, the son of that country.
And you say, let God continue to bless you as you know one of the people that we support with Diaspora Helping and Scholarship Program. Let God bless you and your family, sir. And let God bless you pocket. Yeah, thank you. Bye bye. So, my family, we don't get 2 different versions of people and take, which is the beauty of democracy. You don't need for agree with somebody. But you need for able accommodate them. So let's just quickly go to the comments them and like from like we get on a perspective because I'll be throw challenge to una waiting on think time down the bet we but the essential for like I go back to una because I always like for make as interactive as possible. I want to say boku thank you to we sister, we auntie, we mama. Madam Sister Isota Tarali, thank you very much. He said we better wake up as a country. The world is moving forward. Absolutely correct. And again, Salone, my goodness, we really, people and they think as to how for go before, then they go take, then lost them from 1965 for can suppress we comping Salone people them in the name of one for staying at power forever. So thank you for that reminder day, Sister Isota. Thank you. For say plenty thank you to another sister, we is another prominent sister, Sister Asia to say hello to my viewers family. Thank you very much. And Sister Asia to this Asia to this say I came late. It's like how they can say it's better late than never. Thank you very much. And Madam Cecilia, they say we are not serious as a nation, but they allow not give up. That might be true, but allow not give up. Political perception is everything when it comes to politics. He needs to try to bring confidence into the electoral system. Konoti, thank you so much for that submission day. And you continue for say, Member of Parliament, speak in honor. As a question, and Brother Fuad say this na lawyer they disgrace himself. So myself really surprised the way how they talk like could I not even know the law at all. Fuad, Brother Fuad say pausing we don't talk say then a parliament then they take bribe. That said it all. Brother Konoti say the legal profession in Sierra Leone is the most corrupt institution in Sierra Leone. How many members of parliament are lawyers? Question. We have more lawyers in parliament than any other profession in Sierra Leone. Follow the money. Well, again, for say boku tenki, we get plenty more comments them, but I want time don't really bet we though. I want for move on, but I go read the comments them later. They are big, because if I say I read all the comments them, definitely I'm not able for sure the other things them where I intend for sure. But I want for say boku tenki to now. So again, the two callers them make reference to the video where the now ECSL boss talk about 2023. Now short clip, let I play them and then I go play additional clip them for just let I get the perspective as to how they go with this whole thing. I will come right back after that.
Around people they say 2028, therefore not really fair football 2028. 2028 is going to be just like any 2023, 2018 or 2012. Like we don't see all. I mean, I don't see all. We don't see all things. Okay. So you know, when they put fear in me, so, you know, they threaten himself by election business. This is not my game.
I want to play one more time. It's short, but not play one more time so we get in perspective.
Around people they say 2028, therefore not really fair football 2028. 2028 is going to be just like any 2023, 2018 or 2012. Like we don't see all. I mean, I don't see all. We don't see all things. Okay. So you know, when they put fear in me, so, you know, they threaten himself by election business. This is not my game.
So me fumble them. You see, this now some of the things them way they erode trust. So imagine this man to foreigner, it in a salon, and it be part of the same system where not only the domestic way Marcella Samba na the head, way na the National Electoral Watch, we na domestic observers them. Not only them criticize the 2023 election, both the result and the tallying process. Not to the domestic observers then no more, international observers them. And this same man, where we they say, now for implement changes that our country they speak like that. People they raise concern saying 2028, then get concern. And now in like na threaten they threaten them. Now intimidate them, they intimidate them. Where people then genuinely they express their concern. Say if we not do sufficient reform in the electoral system, that country the peace way don't erode in 2023, where the peace business where they struggle with them. And then this same man they say nothing again for be different. So you see where make people and they raise concern. And this is not about SLPP or APC, not about the country. Because to me, any sober-minded person, when are considered good leader, based on waiting the country don't go through, the first way you go do is you assure people them, say yes, we don't get with trouble, we challenges them, the system not perfect, but I want for like una trust me. I don't then certain positions them, I don't see the challenges them, and I go make sure say I try for correct most, if not all of them challenges then they. If somebody talk like that, then it go encourage you, say, okay, well, yes, it might be part of the old system, but because not in be the overall head, it gets limited or no room for influence change. But if this person they say, and nothing I get for change, I don't see it all, it get for be the same as the previous one them. So tell me, now that make me ask now the question, the headline, crisis of trust. So una organization, the commission, the entire ECSL, where SLPP be there in opposition, they be complain about, at that time now be NEC, the National Electoral Commission. They be complain about NEC. Te mother be even utter a threat to the country, say if they rig the election, quote and unquote, depending upon how in within a definition of rigging. So to me, it kind of sound like if in a win, it say another war go Canada country there. So imagine the current administration clearly be expressed concern about this ECSL, and then you, the same person, they say nothing when are the leader now, nothing not go change from that time day where the current president be get issue with. Ebo, now the leader this we get for effect the change we Salone need for stabilize that country there. Before we take one last call, please, and then I will come and put everything together and wrap up because time don't bet we. VOS Network, hello caller, waiting on your name and say the call from please.
Hello, Mr. Cabo. Good evening. This is Abdullah from Legality.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Brother Abdullah. Go ahead, please, with your comment.
Thank you very much for a wonderful program.
Yeah, and just again, I want to say boku thank you for your donation, and we truly appreciate your support towards the scholarship program. And you now familiar person, you know the rule, right? So 3 minutes.
No problem. Thank you. I'll try.
Yeah. Take it away. Go ahead, please. Thank you so much.
So on Edmond Alpha, the people that we are really get concerned for, if not for now, but in the future, our brothers and sisters, then we are at the head of program. If you single them out, and it sounds like tribal business, you try for preach or so. But the truth is the truth. When I can see the responses that are different platforms, social media platforms, then when something they in favor of the government versus when something they against the government. When you take the trend of people then the responses, and we all know we serve in Sierra Leone, a small country under 10 million. We know last name the will is dominantly being at the north, at the west, the south, and the east. We know. Again, there is no statistical evidence the people in the back they were just because they participate at social media platform or something which people go into government. But the trend that it don't become a pattern they go on different platform. When you see something in favor of the government, the people already respond. And the one that they go against. So when you say something where they are against the government or maybe right for the country, you're able to determine again the people that way they respond. That's something where they worry me so much. One final point with Edmond Alpha. Anybody will know Edmond Alpha very well. And know say from day one when they push out before this particular commission, you will know say now don't Sierra Leone they get go. Because this na man will lack integrity. In fact, from college days, I know they give too much details, but this na one person when I've been lecturer, but it deeply involved in student union politics to the extent that you will hardly able to know for the line between the one the lecturer and the student. Student union politics, fraternity, all of that. This was deeply involved. It's not one person. So the corruption way at national level really starts from university level. And Monalpha are one of the pillars of them for the extended. So we brothers there where they say, oh, na this, na that. As we talk to, they say, no, this. They remember power as people they say, no, they did forever. Today, if you feel say things fine for you, that your region, that they think look right for, or that you try things they feel more, just know see the reverse of that possible, and it's very, very possible in the future. So, brothers and sisters, Sierra Leoneans, never they think about this. So, man, as you say something, so when physically they see they happen at Sierra Leone, then they react to you in a way where they don't get evidence, they don't get facts, and just a way of ridicule you when they do this, Marcella Samba again. You get somebody like respectfully to all the lawyers in Sierra Leone, get somebody like give out. It's now one of the prominent lawyers in Sierra Leone, when we don't hear about and I ever did with him. But it's shocking for see somebody like this, they say to the whole world, some people will not say, not to the right way for say. You don't get evidence. You talk like Marcella Samba talk and like any of them will go in the streets, no more we will grab the morning. Go say things that about some like they dream or waiting. Somebody like this, anybody not worry about Sierra Leone? I mean, no time only for they worry about Sierra Leone. This is the movement. So we all get to come together as a nation and work very hard. We're able to change things that are possible. But the way things that they go so, it's very bad. Finally, you will find out, see, where you look at the Monalpha and brag about the activities that are the ECSL and waiting they go on now. Not that the only hope we people like John and they get the misuse of the military or the armed forces against the poor people. Otherwise, if that's how we depend on the people for make judgments on your action, you know, for the brag so publicly on something where everybody knows is wrong. Thank you very much. I'll call back.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. And thank you for respecting the rules. And, you know, VOS are so excited that we they lead by example. The example na they show na a really, really top notch. Thank you very much for that. And I notice say boku comments that don't come. Dear owner, forgive me because I get plenty videos there and I don't go way out of the threshold because I be set sort of resolution for myself. So I will keep to the 2 hour mark. But let me push them for another 10 minutes or so because I want to play them video. Yeah. So again, on the part of this ECSL, we Gevao talk about APC allegedly they lobby the international community for let them appoint the ECSL boss for Salone. Let we take a listen to waiting the British High Commissioner get for say where they ask him about the implementation of the Tripartite, and particularly essential for the APC take note on this, because the strategy, to me, I don't feel say that strategy there, even the international community will welcome that strategy there, because from waiting they listen to, but let's play this na interview we Liberty do. Are not able to forget because of time the original interview, but somebody do something when I think now a blogger and one for say kudos to him, but gladly and all write anything where somebody go say offensive. So let we watch this and I will come right back.
Hearing these concerns that especially on the side of government, they are not willing to implement some of the recommendations that will ensure that the 2028 elections will go out free, fair, and transparent.
I think our role is to constantly keep on, we're trying to remind everybody about what they signed up for and try and bring them back to, remember when it was, what you went through to agree these recommendations and how, what it took. And because it's always striking, Sierra Leone has been through a lot. You have had some really tough moments. And when I talk to sort of people who are not involved in politics, everyone wants peace, everyone wants stability. They want to be able to get on with their lives. They want their children to have, good education. They want good healthcare. They want, that's the things which matter. So I think our role often is just to remind a lot of the politicians what's at stake. Because I think politics can be quite a impassioned experience, but actually ultimately what matters is what is happening for people's lives, and then that they can choose who is going to be the leadership or their representation in Parliament and who will do that best.
For the politicians, a lot is at stake currently, especially regarding the reforms that are going on. And when you talk to the opposition and some groups, they believe the president should have used his office and goodwill not to appoint an electoral commission, chief electoral commissioner at this stage, because the reforms are ongoing and part of the reforms has to affect the selection of who is to occupy that particular seat. But the president, on the other hand, has used his own powers based on the constitution and has appointed someone for this position. And like I stated, the opposition believed he should have waited for the process to go on because they believe the person in question, Edmond Alpha, was one of the people, part of the 2023 elections that led to the tripartite. What's your comments regarding all of these conversations now? What should people really look out for instead of arguing the president should have waited for the process to go through or allowing the constitution to take its mandate? What's your comments on that?
Yeah, I suppose the different parties and will have different interpretations of what the process is. I mean, my understanding of it is that he's essentially nominated and now has to go before a parliamentary committee and then the parliamentary process, and then we come back to this question of and then I hope the MPs take this very seriously. It's, this is their opportunity to question, to challenge. I think we're quite familiar with seeing. It's similar to the American system where they are, they're often having their sort of congressional hearings and they can grill and ask a lot of questions. And I think the question, if I were an MP, the question would be, as an individual, how would he build and maintain the trust of the political parties given the current situation? I think that is that's whoever is in the Electoral Commission has to have the trust and be able to convince all political parties that they are working in a neutral way to run the elections. So, he's someone with a great deal of electoral experience, but I think that's the question.
Me fambulem for me APC brothers and sisters. Britain now one of the foreign people or foreign country where they intend for ask for intervene. This not the policy where they represent Britain. So the British High Commissioner, like how you get the American embassy or ambassador, we in the channel on a member the Ambassador Hunt. So if you pick up on waiting the lady they say, una follow the process. una for don't go parliament and use that platform there for ask tough questions. Make Edmond Alpha explain to people and say if they get in this position, how it will be neutral. You see, so the lady now emphasized on the personality, he emphasized on the process. I want to let get the distinction of me fambulem. So if una remember before then do all this boycott and all that, I be warn them. I know say yes. Some people then go say, oh, you didn't Canada, not to the same system and whatnot. But I make it clear. I say SLPP, they do all kind of thing for provoke now. If una take the bait, una not participate, una don't make it easier for them because they don't talk. I'm clearly saying their own interpretation of the 2/3 majority that the people that were present. So if una not daddy, it make it easy for letting get the 2/3 majority. If una be daddy, I feel say the better strategy for be una encourage una members them. Say let all APC parliamentarians them. If even you get for travel or not, make this a priority. Una all attend 100%. Una all for attend that voting day. Then therefore be making very difficult for the government side for able for approve Edmond Alpha. Because if even all the chiefs them, they support all the SLPP MPs, they still not for be able get the 2/3 majority number where them be required for like the CSL go get a man go get in position. So what's happen? If we all be don't go, and that for mean say this person for like a pass, at least then for need 4 APC folks there. So now that side they now una for be able for talk to una self. Say let's stick together. Make it difficult for like they're not able pass this particular situation. But what happen? Then say, oh, we need to attend. And then they get for happen again. If you then continue with this, it will just make them easier. That constitutional amendment will require 2/3 majority, and they don't make them back clear. So this now another reason where them be supposed to go court, because SLPP then they flip flop. Where they no say then get the numbers for let something pass, they do them the correct way. But where they not get the numbers for let something pass, they do UQ way. So this una supposed for that pattern they una supposed for don't go court. Let the court first of all interpret the 2/3 majority within it mean that the Constitution. If now all the members them, whether you present or not, if it be the total number of MPs them, 2/3 of the total number of MPs them, where in my own understanding that the founders of the one that will write the Constitution, now that's the mean, because in a similar way it mean almost everywhere where they practice true democracy. Where, for example, America then say 2/3 majority, now all the one them we register like the entire, for example, now Congress or now the Senate. Now 2/3 of all the members them, that number they. So the same thing again at Canada, we'll say 2/3 majority, now all the members them we consider, not to the one that we present to. So if it be, because then do and deliberately for ask for that 2/3 for make it difficult, not for they just pass things there anyhow. So, because it's very rare for like one party get 2/3 majority in any parliament, outside true democracy, they act for see that kind of dynamics there. Now only when you get then dictator ship them, where then they manipulate and say, oh, and get 90-something% of the seats in parliament, all kind bogus numbers. But true democracy, my brothers and sisters, a act for like one party gets 2/3 majorities. And that make plenty of the constitutions the way they practice true democracy, that 2/3 majority, then put on the meaning that if 2/3 of the particular house, whether in a Senate or Parliament, where them pass some, then no sinner in the interest of the country. Let me take, for example, Donald Trump, impeachment, Democrat, now they get the House, but we go Senate, because of that 2/3 majority, even though that resolution day or that thing day for impeachment, even though it passed in a parliament, but they know very well say they not get the 2/3 majority in a Senate where it require for let them pass them. So they not do any yuki, then just left them at that because they not get the numbers. But we now, from 2018, we clearly SLPP not be get the majority. We wanna see how they manipulate with the so-called terrible parliamentary where they brag. They manipulate only in Africa where they see them mess, then the other dictatorship regime, they see them nonsense, then the people they not vote una as majority, they not give una the majority numbers, but yet una do una manipulation, and as so that on they continue and do that through the Auditor General for remove them. They kind of flip the 2/3 majority. They say, oh, now the one that we present and all that, and then they end up for pass them. They wait where APC they not in a tongue, then go on the retreat na Gambia, and then they say, oh, now based on the one they will present, then they pass them, and then we present, they say, oh, 2/3 of them. So if we continue for run with country so, where then 2/3 then they are for something we call a guardrail, for prevent abuse of power, for prevent people the way they hold the government accountable, let the government not go back and pull them from their position. My brothers and sisters, Salone, we go to continue for go backwards. So another thing where I want for play for now, me fumble them again, this APC brothers, then they talk about tripartite, and this a respectable lawyer. Let we listen to what they say. And for making clear, say APC not get much ground na ya. And this, I be don't say I'm again, not to brag at the brag na ya though, people them. I want for making clear, saying me where I they do my analysis, I they look far, way beyond SLPP and APC. I they look from a reasonable perspective. From the onset, I don't question that tripartite saying a meaningless, because the people that were responsible for make any law in that country in a parliament. And this, as long as they don't involve parliament, until parliament pass them before it go become law. But you not go say, oh, now just make agreement and if it be binding. No, then they una go carry on a court, but not for the entire country. The law will govern the entire country. Now parliaments they pass their laws then they. Not to back do agreement, then una say, oh, if it be the one who country agreement. That was nonsense. And let we listen to lawyer Sengbe Maria, when a very respectable lawyer, waiting in there for say towards the tripartite and President Bill in step or decision for appoint the ECSL boss and carrying on a parliament. Now parliament to approve and let we say, before I play them though, I want to get this headline na the back of our mind where una dey listen to lawyer Sengbe Maria. This headline: Mayor Akisoya defends APC withdrawal, calls for reversal of Edmond Alpha's appointment. Again, I don't know how we APC brothers and sisters then they think. To me, it look like say the same strategy will fail, and then continue to pursue and thinking to say forget different outcome, which is the definition of question mark. Una fill in the blank, according to Einstein. So me fumble them. How we for think say they say the same thing where they mislead their supporters them. Oh, President Bill, it go come out, it not go end up, it not go end in time, and all that stuff. Then they that is same thinking. Then they do or then get. Oh, the ECSL, even though they don't approve her, and therefore reverse that decision day. Why therefore reverse that decision day? If at all that decision day get for go back na parliament, it will be a form of impeachment. What do I mean by that? Then go get for table that particular motion there, saying a motion for remove. And not for be again a reversal for care and go back as acting. No. Because it don't get the position. So the process now get for be different. It get for be now a removal. So somebody get for table the motion there for remove them from the position because I don't get the position. So that's considered impeachment. And it get for be, if I understand correctly, let them positions then they, the ECSL position, the bank governor, the electoral, the anti-corruption boss, ACC, they all for be 2/3, the Auditor General, 2/3 majority for remove them. APC not get that number there. APC do not get 2/3 majority in a parliament. So why on earth? Again, this party business where people they think. The mayor now somebody where I believe say people believe say very intelligent, but himself the same thing like it kind of put behind the burner or usai he put the common sense. Himself not show common sense now, yeah. Common sense, yes, to parliamentarian, but if we know the process, they don't approve this man. So if even President Bill himself will appoint her initially, and they able fire him like that. The process say if President Bill not want him, he get for that he get for make a minister go table that motion there. Let Parliament deliberate on the reason why. And then the 2/3 majority. And for the ECSL, I'm not sure if I will get for go back for see if in fact itself go require a tribunal for setup. In similar to Lara Taylor Pierce, because it's a very sensitive position. So why people and they mislead their supporters then for things say, oh, therefore reverse the decision just like that. So again, this APC then lack that. Before I say I go play Sengbe Mara a audio, but for strengthen the point where they make, let we quickly listen to I think this na chairman of APC na the western area or so, where then try for ask him on this issue. waiting is say. I really want Folek we listen to him. Again, I see people and they still try for call, but unfortunately though, we they run out of time. I really want for show them video here because they're very important for show the videos them. Because them videos then they amplify the message or they try for Senaya. Because APC, in my opinion, then continue for the mislead the supporters them as them be do in 2023 during the election day. Clearly they mislead their supporters. And in my opinion, that the same thing then continue for they do so. And that's to me a very troubling. Because if they continue for do them that way, then just they increase the tension of that country day. And that's not the troubling part for me. So now that make I really want for like we just take a moment and listen to this particular person here. We they say in a chairman of APC now I believe now the Western area. We na Casio but again I try for fan the video for like when I get a better understanding of what that they refer to Naya. Just give me a moment because it's nice for let we they get them perspectives here. Because them perspectives here very, very important. So I want for like we be patient enough. And boku thank you to Liberty. And again, that they really help with like we get better understanding of the thing where they go on, the interviews the way that they conduct. I will come right back before I play Lawyer Maya in your own video because it is speak to exactly within this person and the likes of Akisoya then believe in terms of the appointment of the ECSL boss. I will come right back after this.
The question is, when I don't get ultimatum, when I not hear it from the president, and then Alpha don't go through parliament, they don't approve your appointments, what means that I for take the country to the 2028 elections. What's the position of the APC now? Because the country is moving, then Una just the one side. What's on a position now when I anger for take the country into elections?
Only one side. And I believe say Edmond Alpha will lead me to the next elections.
He has been approved by Parliament.
That legal procedure and we just don't start. We don't tell the president say we know they accept that mandate. Let's say 12 parties then go sign. Then 12 parties then they are the part of government that does some of them are just one portfolio match of money account up and down. We don't see the happen. So that we don't accept and the country is moving. Yes, we are all moving. So of us in the APC, we want to see this country continue to be peaceful, that we deliver what we don't promise to people and then going on to the elections. So what would they say is simple. We don't give 48 hours ultimatum. That has not been respected. Now the party, as I tell you today, by the grace of God, will come with a statement. We don't members of parliament. We don't tell them they stay out of parliament. That's a one-party state. That the government was telling a one-party state. That is one. Secondly, we don't also tell we chairman and mayors them and councillors them, but stay out from council. From councils. So and the tripartite and the report and the the unity agreement, then can we go? Don't forget to we go after the elections, we don't go to parliament, we don't go to councils. Now because the agreement they come, they say don't go by the agreement. Then can we go there? And so if the agreement is not more respected, why you fishing for body? Why you fishing for body? We must stay out because if the government don't respect the tripartite report, it also respect the agreement, the national agreement. Why we go to parliament and why we go to council? So what do we do from government?
So we
that's not negotiable.
Chair, withdrawing from governments, how will that stop Edmond Alpha from being the Chief Electoral Commissioner and conducting elections?
Now them don't go approve them. Now one party state today now. But they don't go approve on a parliament now. They don't go approve on a parliament, one party state. They go run the council to one party state. They go run the parliament one party. They go run the country as one party state. So we don't say yes, democracy. They don't clear this country. Democracy is dead. Democracy is dead. Because this is simple. It's very, very, very simple something. The people of this country say, we don't want Edmond Alpha for league. There's a commission they also already perform. We don't care anything with a parliament. Simple because they don't say they don't get the 2/3 majority in the parliament for approve what you don't put in that constitution. Then make the go workshop for go approve Alpha. So every day, Alpha will continue for the day since after the other elections. And we don't want, because we this country don't let it go by perfect. We don't want this country by push cars. We want this country to be peaceful. Even if it adopt self, even the whole adopt so right now we adopt. But we get peace. We don't say that too much. But you know we adopt this, you know switch for me.
Yeah. The APC withdrawing from government, how is that in the best interest of the public?
Well, you will see the public and ask you for do that. When I go, as you go along, you will see the public accept what you will say will do. Because this is a democracy. Democracy, you have to listen. You don't have the rule of people, you have to listen to other people. Not only APC, this has become very clear. I have so many friends in Sierra Leone and outside Sierra Leone who are Sierra Leoneans, where the raise issue with APC members. But what's funny about this government will get that anybody will raise issue, but they say the APC. If you learn them, when they talk, the true talk, who will advise, they will say the APC. Even journalists them, we will talk the true talk, they will say the APC. And this is not APC. They don't even elect APC self. Which they elect not Sierra Leone. So they elect what they can say, now only APC they against what the SLPP government they do. I will answer the appointment, not only APC they against what they do so. You have Sierra Leoneans. You have them. So if you don't say they work well for the people, why you want to make that kind of thing? You have to make the people on the here join back. Because they adopt. Why you are not going to enjoy the peace and they adopt together? But why you can bring Kushkas come back and then they adopt it back? No. You give people the one thing.
How long the APC plan for the out of government, Mr. Chairman?
As long as they don't, if the government come back and respect what you belong to sign for, we'll continue for work with the government. But if the government says they respect the unity agreement and the tripartite recommendations, well, we'll then continue. So be it. What we believe, see, all so God is above everything. You will feel because you control soldier man, you control policeman, you forget God is above everything. God is above everything. This is a fast month and length. Fast month and length. Would not say, would they do good for Sierra Leone a better one? God go see and through. Would they do bad for many country, continue for their ideas too? God go see also again. So some man in leadership, forgetting God there above all. Yes, so basically, let us be going. But we don't go promoting, we don't go agree or go against our back. The tripartite recommendations, and plenty of abuse. The commission for forming a parliament, you fix what work.
All right, Fambulem, again, boku talk, Naya. It come back to the same thing. I go all my analysis. Let we listen to a prominent voice, a lawyer we plenty of we respect at our country. Let we listen to him within a get for say about the same issue. I go come right back.
That entire tripartite process for don't get legislative backing, right? And I think it's a pity that nowadays, I mean, right now, government, they say it's not binding, so we go by within binding. As if the government counterparts been see down the road, and they may ensure, say, they may just, kind of lure them into signing, and after the signing, they now stall in terms of getting the tripartite in before Parliament for ratification. So now then they quite clearly correctly tell them, say, oh, it's not binding. We can do the one time. You know, the opposition don't do their homework very, very well. It's a pity.
of government, and the Peace Commission don't begin for talk between them for see how they go resolve these issues. Is there any room for let the opposition push for let these documents go to Parliament that they ratify them?
I mean, there's no prohibition on that. To be honest, there's no prohibition on that. The only thing I can say now, the fact that I think say because government don't see waiting their head, I think that government would obstruct that process say, for ratify them. You know, then say the tell way the iron one and they say they will knock them. Now that 10-day way, they immediately be don't sign and if don't push for let they ratify and want them. But as you would know, implementation don't start. And government don't see say if they ratify now, it means say you know, so many things that they would want to do ordinarily, they're not going to do. Right? But having said that, let me just say that the government also, especially the SLPP government, not demonstrate good faith. Because we do international law, they get written and called Vienna Convention on the Law of Treaties. Treaties basically an agreement between two countries, two states, etc., right? And that Vienna Convention, they say anytime when somebody sign an agreement, he bound by the spirit of that agreement, even though they not ratify the agreement. So similarly, if we domesticate that doctrine there, it go mean say since government don't sign this agreement, for God's sake, government for sure respect for that agreement, say government for sure say they want for be bound by the content and the terms of that agreement. And the fact that government begin for implement the tripartite recommendations means say they don't demonstrate a willingness to be bound and to be affected by the agreement. And so it all really show a very good and honest picture where on the one hand governments don't begin implement, but when it comes to critical recommendations such as the appointment of electoral commissioners, they now can say, oh, you're not binding. No. It is show say, you know, don't show good statesmanship. You know, don't show honesty. You know, show regard for the people of Sierra Leone. Because all intent and the way you engage with the opposition, now with a view say we want to improve the electoral landscape. You know, we'll come back in the midst of implementing the tripartite and then go back and say the tripartite not binding. We do go by the provisions of the 1991 Constitution, the very same provisions where you say them for amend and them for change.
Tuesday that's of government. Now they don't go back na the table, negotiations they on now for let them go come back into governance. With this issue of trust between the two parties involved, they already don't feel like the government outsmarts them na the first rounds. Then they feel like the government don't deceive them na the first rounds, fool them for coming to governance by agreements way along the line. They not keep to waiting them, they don't promise say then go keep to. What should the opposition be doing at this stage where then they back na the table now they negotiate, waiting for them at the table for the from the opposition at this stage? For let back to also with this so.
I think in negotiations, you know, the opposition therefore make sure say they get very strong negotiators. I think say Dr. Maya they do really good job. Me personally not be impressed with Dr. Samora Kamara in handling of the entire tripartite process. I think the I mean not that anybody they say, you know, for be friendly to the other side, but I think the lot of hobnobbing not be necessary at all. And I think say the opposition for also recognize say they have been the only representative of the people of Sierra Leone. So then therefore represents the people, not just the APC party, winner them party and their supporters. You know, and one party criticism say where me personally don't levy against the tripartite now that's you know me get broad-based representation. So the APC for understand say other shades of opinion not in the room, They not just represent their own interests, but represent the national interests of the people of Sierra Leone.
Fambulem, this message, if APC, then unfortunately for me, I know say lawyer Mara, so he saying be Mara, it's here for be diplomatic. APC, they don't lost this battle. Now, waiting me go suggest to them, let them go back Parliament. And interestingly though, the first person where they be interview, where I believe saying the chairman of Western Area, where now Mr. Cashaw Holland Cole, he say one thing, oh, they no say they not go get the 2/3 majority for let pass. So you see, we make the question people in common sense. So if una no say they not go get the 2/3 majority for let they approve Edmond Alpha, why instead of una boycott, why una not for to encourage una members them? Let no one person or absent because it go shorting. If at all they want for say based on the people that we present, it go make them easier for SLPP for pass them. So that strategy there for be more winning. It will be a winning strategy. So okay, it then say now this time that they vote, they put the motion to vote. Let we encourage all MPs them for attend that session day. So you not go say, oh well, I not go count this, I not go count that day, because they all in a Parliament. So when them do the vote, they not get the 2/3 majority. That would be the end of it. So where majority say no, or they not get 2/3 majority for pass for approval, then una get una bargaining. Say let we look for somebody else. Una able to approve this Edmond Alpha. So but instead una boycott and make it easier for them. So, and then they said the same thing. Oh, well, we not say because they not get the number, the 2/3 where they need, I made them pass them on our behalf. So you see, again, I know for you strong adjectives than I am. But one thing we're very clear, people for whatever reason, tension or whatever, the common sense, now look all what Anaya. Before them, again, I go tap Naya. I get 2 other videos them where I want for show about with sister and then Lansana Dumbuya a court appearance. You know what? Let's just play them. I know say so. Some of them go say, oh, Mr. Kagwe, you know, the love for me country, I don't like for left things hanging, but let's just play them. But this one, APC, una just don't so camper, Bobby. The only thing no more is una need for strategize now in terms of the messaging where go resonate to Salone people them. And una lifeline now for B, una involve the SLPP supporters them, una speak to them based on the policy una they promise. Because you get boku of the way they struggle, and also the handling of President Bill, boku of them edgy. Whose side President Bill they go with this? Where they push a kick against the Tripartite recommendation, and even though it considered betrayal, according to quote unquote, the paraphrase, lawyer Maya, because clearly, but I don't tell una repeatedly, President Bill, it just like President Trump. It is say waiting it do for the most part we camp politics. Not to the promise for help Sierra Leoneans them all, but the promise for do things them that in political strategy and stuff, it is showing cards, it is showing hand. But it don't treat NGC the way how we treat them. Promise the all kind thing and everything, and after we win the election, wanna see how we treat them. and they say, oh, it's not binding. The agreements, they're not binding, not to law, not to nothing. And yet, given the treatment where he give NGC, una trust them and say, okay, well, we'll go do agreement and stuff. Now, the same thing they do now, so how about APC? I don't know really, una get a bunch of educated people, but for some reason, una they drop the ball. Let a force show with sister where they languish right now, and he supporters them. Zainab, this case, we, for whatever reason, is still the languish in jail. Way to me, I don't feel say it's sufficient for let that happen. But let we listen to this report, and then I will show in supporters the reaction, and then I will show Lansana Dumbuya, and then close for the night.
Person for We Duty organization, Zainab Sheriff, inside 2 proceeding, not gets bail from Magistrate Mustafa Bremacha. Wednesday, March 4, Magistrate Mustafa Bremacha no give bail back to Zainab Sheriff and send a remand at the Female Correctional Center. Because police been alleged saying, January 31st, na the Brema Atuga Mini Stadium inside the Mammoths meeting, the defendants make inciting statements. We make it now before Magistrate Mustafa Bremacha for answer to incitement and threatening language. Also, the defendant may say he not guilty of them charge here. The state prosecutor them, Yusuf Isaac Sise and ABN Taylor Kamara, come with the first prosecution witness, Inspector Sheku Toure, where attached na cybercrime unit tell the court say, January 31st, they been there on duty. Also, then see a video of the defendants they circulate na social media. Also, in say, February 1st, he received a case file of incitement and other related offense for investigate, and the file contain memory stick, where get video and screenshots inside. The witness say, inside February 2nd, they try to reach the defendant through phone call and WhatsApp, but not be able to reach him, we make them go na in house. But not be meet the defendant, and then been get for ask neighbor them. We tell them say, the defendant be don't pack and left the house. And February 3rd, they make request to Cyber Lab for examine and analyze the video. Also, they will later receive warrant of arrest for the defendant, will be signed by Magistrate Mustafa Bremacha. The witness, Inspector Sheku Toure, continue for tell the court saying, February 20, they will finally arrest the defendant and lodge him and take statements from him inside February 21. During the investigation, they play the video to the defendant and identify himself as the person inside the video. Usai end up say, February 23, then charge the defendant with incitement and threatening language. The prosecutor, Yusuf Isaac Sise, asked for tender the memory stick as exhibit, but the lead defense counsel, RSV Rights, objects to that, we come with arguments between the state prosecutor and the defense counsel. But Magistrate Mustafa Bremacha give permission for tender the memory stick as exhibit. The lead defense counsel, RSV Rights, make bail application say, the defendant not to fight risks and a patriotic citizen. Now woman where they help other women and for be better person in society and in business. And the defendant not will commit any offense after we in get bail. And currently the defendant not well. Magistrate Mustafa Bremacha no give bail and he adjourn the case to March 11 this year. We make different women them where people believe say na member of We Duty organization be then a court for giving support and make peaceful protest say for give bail and justice to Zainab Sheriff. The Umaya promise say they go continue for all peaceful protest for sure say they no glad of the arrest and how the case they go. For Liberty Online TV, Mina Mayatu Mbangura.
Me fumble them. Again, I want to say kudos to them, lady and they. But the question is, yes, we know say now women organization, but why we not see man them support them lady for like then demand justice on behalf of Zainab Sheriff. But to me, given the current situation of that country, day, I want to say boku thank for the courage within Lydia show. And regardless of whether they video them or not, but clearly indicate say yes, they want justice for the leader. Kudos. And because of time, don't bet we, and I will go too deep into it. Probably next week, I will get more development, and maybe with sister station, we will try for make a video where we will do thorough analysis on the story. We are not able to get time for analyze. Similarly, let we show the last video will be the video of Lansana Dumbuya, we in a court, similar analysis, one for Bokutenki to Liberty Online for this. So Lansana Dumbuya attend court in a quiet way this time around. And let we take a listen. I will come right back with my conclusion. Thank you.
The prosecution team for APC Secretary General, Lawyer Lansana Dumbuya in case, Yusuf Isaac Sise and ABN Taylor Kamara don't close the case Thursday, March 5. Inside the hearing, the prosecution come with the number 2 and number 3 witness, DPC 6890, Safode Leby, where attached the Heidi headquarter and digital forensic analyst, and enroll now for examine crucial evidence from electronic device, tell the court say, February 3rd, been there on duty, where DPC 18291, Kamara I, give request with memory stick, where gets video and screenshots of the defendant. Following examine the video, Usain continues say, and go with the memory stick to the technical operation coordination unit, where use FTK managing tool for watch the memory stick if person be don't tamper with them, and in play the video plenty time take screenshots for evidence purpose. DPC Safode Leby Semweso say, February 4, Inspector Kabal Lavalin give a manual phone for examine and confirm say, the phone they work and a Lansana Dumbuya register under the phone number. Usa they not see nothing way suspicious we make them give the defendant back in phone. The witness end up say, in right digital forensic reports were dated February 5 and signed by DPC 18291 Kamara I. This report and memory stick been tendered as Exhibit F1 to 5 and Exhibit H, and the court been get for play the video where they inside the memory stick. The prosecution witness number 3, Assistant Superintendent of Police Francis Mamadou Tsomi, where attached Ross Road Police Station, and they serve as Regional Operation Officer Freeton East, tell the court say, January 31st, AIG Brema Konde instruct them for deploy 156 personnel security na the Brema Atuga Mini Stadium during the Mammoth meeting. Usain say, he see the defendant Lansana Dumbuya na stage old mic and ask supporter them for repeat after am saying, Mada Bio Tiff the election, Mada Bio Tiffy, where this make him feel offended but allow the meeting for continue peaceful one. And he been later write summary reports of waiting happen inside the meeting to the regional commander. Inside the court examination, the witness confirmed say, no public disorder and arrest not take place inside the meeting, and say, he not personally inform the president, but he reports the matter through police channel, including the Inspector General of Police, Fayaz Selu. After the prosecution say they don't close the case, the defense counsel asked for adjournment date so that they go file no case submission. Magistrate Mustafa Bremaja continue for give bail to the defendant, and he adjourned the case to March 19 this year. For Liberty Online TV, Mina Mariatu Mbangura.
Hey, me fambulem. When I see what's happen, the two case them. So Lansana Dumbuya then continue for grant and bail. So meaning in case they go on, but yet he free for go. Zainab Sheriff then deny and bail. Similar story, similar crime. Yet Lansana Dumbuya then grant and bail. Zainab Sheriff, they no grant and bail. Una see the kind country where mother bail and the police, all the judiciary, that Brahmaja. Una see the way they run a country. So me fumble them again for to we SLPP brothers and sisters. This not for be about SLPP, nor about APC. Our una know say Salone, it belong to we all. And we all supposed to be protected by the rule of law. For protect with democracy is supposed to be with all responsibility. Because imagine, that they cherry pick justice. So Zainab Sheriff, because of them take say, be that heavyweight. Lansana Dumbuya now, then take say, given the first court appearance, where the magistrate decide for even, I don't know if I foresee on our way, left the court. They say because of the kind of way the place be flop and the number of lawyers them we represent them. So now then continue for grant and bail. We know the similar way supposed to be for Zainab Sheriff, saying while the case they go on, if they go about doing in business and they can't court anything and call the case up. So how Zainab Sheriff, we already put warrant of arrest and stuff in order to win at the country, and even make a video say still in the country, and how that person they go be a flight risk, and how the country they at risk if Zainab Sheriff they out in the public. So now see. So again, my brothers and sisters, for let we build a strong Salone. If we build on truth, transparency, and accountability. All them three elements then they for day. If they're not there, as we they see, it will continue for push we country as apart. It will continue for destroy the unity of our country day. Because if we really see and say the way how politics they go, then they cherry pick justice system, justice for one, justice for different justice for one person, and something different for another person. It can be you. If you're an SLPP supporter, tendency they say, if Mother Bill try for push for third term, or it try for push for young candidate, even if that candidate they not popular, like how Ernest Koma try for do, or like how Ernest Koma do, and when you speak up, it'll be your turn. You will be the next Zainab Sheriff, or the next Lansana Dumbuya. And we all know, so we camp a political tension, people like in say them tear. And another say them because of maybe they disrespect the president or anything, but out of frustration. So my brothers and sisters, now the space for let you voice your dissatisfaction. Because if they're not able to allow you for express your dissatisfaction now the ballot box, and now then say you civic space, like then small garden and stuff, you know for express your dissatisfaction. So now tell me too, how one for practice democracy? I will left for now with that question there. But the major question, I'll wrap this whole thing and ask this one solid question. When you look at this whole thing where they go on, my brothers and sisters, you want to tell me, say, Salone currently, they experience normal democracy with then deep crisis here, political trust one side, institutional credibility another side. So we put all this together. How APC and SLPP then go work together for advance the interests of the country. We want to see how the government, particularly the president, how it don't show like repeatedly mistrust. Should say no to somebody for trust. And yet, Chief Minister want push for another dialogue. We clearly, President Bill don't show and clearly say, whatever arrangements they make, and all will respect the arrangements they. My brothers and sisters, I go tap here. Let God bless una with una family. Let God bless the VOS and all the presenters them. And like I say, I get a lot more for talk about this last issue. But because of time, I go tap here and I will try for make a video on the other sister program with the Bold African Voice. I will encourage you now, maybe in the next day or two, now check that out and subscribe for analysis that we're not able to make here extensively. We will make and even though not by English, but I know say we all understand English, particularly within the diaspora. So let God bless you out on our family. Let God bless the one and only country where we cherish and call Mama Salone. But above all, dear, let we not give up. If we give up, the rogue politicians here don't win. We get plenty things at stake. And I want to remind you now, for me, a part of the work where I do, I'm a day-to-day job, I put together situations them and then look through them and say, okay, waiting now the chance, say the entire go call. My brothers and sisters, slowly, President Bill increase the chance, say, it go either go for a third term or a shove the SLPP then throat, a flag bearer, and with that be, it go do all kind thing for make sure say that person they win. Whether not something for manipulate the election or something, it go do that. Or the other option, way than the safe possible, it go try for use Alassane Ouattara na Ivory Coast in strategy. Within Alassane Ouattara be do, a force say, okay, well, it just the tap at 2 terms. The constitution say 2 terms, it don't serve in 2 terms. And then gets the flag bearer and everything. So, where, just imagine, this flag bearer, it get running mate and everything, where, that person, they die. Again, let God forgive me, but the coincidence too striking. So, with that person, they die, they say, well, the person we trust for lead the party, it don't die, so you don't trust any other person. So it come back at power. So he begin manipulate the constitution now for let it allow a 3rd term. So again, Mother Bill they read from people in playbook. Tendency they say go on for pull that Salone. Create situation within the SLPP. And then it twist around and say, well, given the kind confusion that the SLPP not say anybody eligible for be the flag bearer, so it go on. And then this Edmond Alpha, where he put so, say, well, let them take the constitution to the Salone people in a form of a referendum, let them go vote. If they agree for the Mother Bill run for a 3rd term. So when I see where it's strategic for put somebody where maybe, who knows, for like that man they dance like not eat like that. Who knows if you not done just like Trump. Where Donald Trump you get for express allegiance or a loyalty. You get for express your loyalty before you get a job. So who knows how much that man going to express in loyalty and say, you know what, you get for giving your word, say, you know, come up behind me. And if Edmond Alpha not come up behind Bill, then go manipulate that constitution day, and Edmond Alpha go do a referendum because when they conduct any election, that's not election. It just happen say, not two, either yes or no. You want the current constitution, the constitution we don't make, because you see within the chief, the Minister of Justice and Attorney General they do, is that they make the small changes then force, and they say the big change then go come, and then big changes then go bring and come now to the people. See? So small. And tell me too, somebody be talk about saying, what in God's name? You talk about for make meaningful changes. And then you reduce the days them where people then for object against the numbers them where ECSL they put. So from 7 days will not be even enough. You say, oh, let it reduce them to 3 days. So now tell me if that they not to something way fishy by itself. How then they improve the system for reduce the days where people learn for challenge number? How then they improve system? And I be the one APC, instead of them be focused that time way, like how the lawyer Mara say, where the I and WAM na for nakam. That time we forget about the tripartite. The tripartite na nonsense to me. But that electoral act, that 2022 Elections Act, we then pass less than 1 year before the election in June, then pass about October, November of 2022, and then less than 1 year, that particular law they say for use for run the country in election. Now then lost and they're supposed for don't tackle and say let them amend that particular act day. But oh no, then go and they run after a tripartite. And now that act they still remain in place. With that act they say the ECSL boss gets the authority for call the numbers them how it deem fit, how we want. And then they use say, another law they say pauper for publish the disaggregated result by polling station. And then will be the bone of contention. Why APC not all that force? Say before even we see dumb force, we for make sure say we amend the Electoral Act. So now whether they hope say the tripartite go take a whole like holistic approach, deal with the whole thing once and for all. Now I don't stall. So if you tripartite, we're not binding, guess what? That means I don't feel say SLPP then get appetite for change much of the Electoral Act of 2022. So the thing will happen 2023, June, it bound for happen again in 2028. And President will not care as long as it in our power, as soon as see. And not care where we lost the Millennium Challenge Corporation Compact Program, we take now blackout. They're all over the place. In a self-interest, Salone for suffer as long as it in our power. So I just want continue for one APC on a strategy for boycott, not a sober strategy. And I'll go help una, and I'll go help the country. Let God bless you. We mean well for that country day. And let God touch the heart of the people and way they think about themselves. Let God change them and let them put the country first. We fumble them again, I go tap. I want to say once again, thank you to now all. Until next Thursday, I go come back same time, same place. Me, na Abdulkarim Kagbo. The remind una dear, una tune in on Sunday, Saturday, Madam Matilda and Oga for day. But on Sunday, Mr. Shilon and Mr. Mengot, then will come and I believe say then will talk a lot more about more of the topics here. But for me, I go bring the curtain down this moment and I'll for say plenty thank you until Thursday where I go sooner back. Me, na Abdulkarim Kagbo, they say, Unatata.